so husky. Hi. Look what Hillel can do to a kid. You even got Kevin.
Look over here.
Turn around, Adam. Say hello to them. Hi. This is Curly.
Hey, Adam, you're on Candy Camera.
This is,
Unnecessary close-up.
say something profound.
Excellent.
This is Ann Eller. Today, doing a wonderful job. And this is a member of our stage crew, Yanni.
Yeah, tech crew, all the way.
Okay. Say hi, you're there for posterity.
That's just Scott, you know.
Those are for ages. Yeah.
Fred the geek. Or Curly the geek.
Adam Cox.
This is Yaniv. He's on stage
Yeah,
crew.
they already know me.
And I sing. My little buttercup has sweetest and smile.
All right, Left, tell us who you are. Tell us.
I am left. I don't know. I am talent in the play. And I don't know.
Do your bar mitzvah portion for us now. Okay. Who's this?
Give me money. That's Mindy. Oh, hi. Hello. Want to introduce yourself? I'm Marietta Goldberg. Hi. Bye. I'm Dina and Natalia LaHoy.
Say hi.
Like Skidmore, how you doing?
Say in your accent.
Like Skidmore. Over in Oklahoma. Good station.
This is Taryn, and she does a very interesting laugh at the play, and she will demonstrate for you now.
No comment.
Laryngitis and they took all my lines away from me. I'm Sherman, I'm 13, and I worship you.
I'm giving him a needle. Help me.
I can do it.
Close the mouth. Close it out. Pump her up.
No, honey. I promise I'll put it on him.
It'll be easy. Mommy, look what's sitting on the Hello.
You don't want to.
You hand me my bag.
Tomorrow, it's gotta be different. Where'd you go? Here, keep playing. Okay, forget it. No, it doesn't. Playing after also.
It was a radiant summer morning several years ago, the kind of morning which, enveloping the shapes of earth's men, cattle in the meadow, blades of young corn, streams, makes them seem to exist now for the first time, their images giving off a golden emanation that is partly true and partly a trick of the imagination, focusing to keep alive a loveliness that may pass away.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their head as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. Hi, Hillel.
Scared me to death! What you doing around here?
Come singing to you. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willer is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day.
If I wasn't an old woman, and if you wasn't so young and smart-alecky, why, I'd marry you and get you to sit around at night and sing to me.
No, you wouldn't either, because I wouldn't marry you or none of your kinfolks, if I could help it.
Oh, none of my kinfolks, huh?
And you can tell them that, all of them, including that niece of yours, Miss Laura Williams. Aunt Eller, if you was to tell me where Laura was at, well, where would you say she was at?
I wouldn't tell you at all. As far as I can make out, Lori ain't paying you no heed.
So, she don't take to me much, huh? Where'd you get such an uppity niece at? Wouldn't pay no heed to me. Who's the best bronc buster in this year territory?
You are there.
And the best bulldogger in 17 counties. And looky here, I'm handsome, ain't I?
Pretty as a picture.
And bow-legged from the saddle for God knows how long. Now, ain't I?
Couldn't stop a pig in the road.
Then what else does she want then, the damn she-mule?
I don't know, but I'm sure certain it ain't you. Who are you taking to the back social tonight?
I haven't thought much about it.
Bet you come over to ask Lori.
What if I did?
He asked me too. I'll wear my fascinator.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Is this all that's come a-calling at already 10 o'clock of a Saturday morning?
It was me before you opened the door.
Thing.
Did too. You heard my voice and you knowed it was me.
I heard a voice talking rumbly along with Aunt Eller, and I heard someone singing like a bullfrog in a pond.
You knowed it was me. See you sitting there thinking of something mean to say. Well, I'm a good mind not to ask you to the box social.
If you did ask me, I won't go with you. Besides, How'd you take me? You ain't bought yourself a new buggy with red wheels onto it, have you?
No, I ain't.
And a spanking team with the bridles all jingling?
No.
Expect me to ride on behind old Dunn, I guess. You better go ask that old Cummins girl you've took such a shine to over across the river.
If I was to ask you if there'd be a way to take you, Miss Laura Smarty.
Oh, they would?
When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow white horses in the slickest rig you ever see. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through their shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, dashboard's genuine leather. With eyes glass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking, blinking, ain't no finer rig I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that a key or two swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe top.
Wouldn't you say the fringe was made of silk?
Wouldn't have no other kind but silk.
Has it really got a team of snow white horses?
One's like snow, the other's more like milk.
So you can tell them apart.
All the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road, hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather, birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along, the cows will moo in the clover, the river will ripple out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever and it never stop in that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top?
You'd sure feel like a queen sitting up in that carriage.
Only she talked so mean to me a while back. Well, I'm a good man not to take her.
Ain't said I was going.
Well, I ain't asked you.
Where'd you get such a rig at? I bet he's went and hired a rig over to Claremore thinking I'd go with him.
That's all you know about it.
Spent all his money hiring a rig, and now he got nobody to ride in it.
Have to. Did not hire it. Made the whole thing up out of my head.
What? Made it up?
Dashboard and all.
Oh, get off of the place, you! And Ella, make him get himself out of here, telling me lies.
Making up a few. Look out now. Well, making up a few purties ain't against the law that I know of. But don't you wish there was such a rig, though? Well, then you could go to the play party and do a hoedown till morning, if you was a mind to. But then when you was all wore out, I'd lift you up onto the Surrey and jump up alongside you, and we'd just point the horses home. I can just picture the whole thing. I can see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey, riding slowly home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head near my shoulder, nodding, drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill, the moon is taking a header, and just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's a-sleepin', maybe got a dream worth a keepin'. Roll you team and just keep a creeping at a slow clip clop. Don't you hurry with the surrey with the fringe on the top.
Only there ain't no such rig. You just said you made the whole thing up.
Well,
Why'd you come around here with your stories and lies, getting me all looked up that way, talking about the sun swimming on the hill and all like it was so? Who'd run around alongside of you anyway?
My just grab her and kiss her when she acts that away, Curly. She's just aching for you two, I bet.
I won't even speak to him, let alone allow him to kiss me. The bragging, bow-legged, wished-he-had a sweetheart bum.
She likes you quite a lot.
whew, if she liked me anymore, she'd sick the dogs onto me.
You get the wagon hitched up?
What wagon?
There's a crowd of folks coming down from Bushyhead for the box social.
Curly said maybe you'd cool on us your big wagon to bring him up from the station.
Of course I would, if he asked me.
Got to talking about a lot of other things. I'll go hitch up the horses now if you say it's all right.
See what brung you?
Hi, Will!
Hi, Aunt Ellen.
How's the fair? Do any good in the steer roping?
I did pretty good. I won it.
Well, good boy.
I always knowed you would.
Ain't nobody can sing a rope like our territory boys.
And you know what I got for winning first prize at the fair? $50.
$50? Is that what they give you for prize money?
That's what.
Lands, if Fanny's pa keeps his promise, we'll be dancing at your wedding.
Well, if he don't, I'll just take her right out from under his nose. And then I won't even show him the present I brung for him. Look, fellers, look at what I got for Ada Lanny's paw. See, you hold it up to your eyes like that. And then, when you get a good look at it, you push this little jigger here, and the picture changes.
Well, I'll be side-gated.
They call it the Little Wonder.
Silly goats. The hussy ought to be ashamed of herself. You two! How'd you turn the thing to see the other picture? Wait, I'm getting it. I've got a good Monticelli Annie on your...
Oh, please don't, Aunt Eller. She wouldn't understand.
No telling what you've been up to. Bet you carried on plenty in Kansas City.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it carrying on, but I sure did see some things that I never saw before. I got to Kansas City on a Friday. By Saturday, I learned a thing or two. For up till then, I didn't have an idea of what the migrant world was coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies going by themselves almost every time I took a walk. And then I put my ear to a bell telephone, and a strange woman started in to talk.
What next?
Yeah, what next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They gone about as far as they could go. They went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to grow. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a magic lantern show. You can turn the radiator on whenever you want some heat. With every kind of comfort, every house is all complete. You can walk to privies in the rain and never wet your feet. They went about as far as they could go. Yes, sir! They went about as far as they could go. Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They went about as far as they could go. They got a big theater they called a Burley Q. For 50 cents you could see a dandy show. Girls? One of the gals was fat and pink and pretty, as round above as she was round below. I could swear that she was padded from her shoulder to her heels, but later in the second act when she began to peel, I saw that everything she had was absolutely real. She went about as far as she could go. Yes, sir! She went about as far as she could go.
What you doing, Will?
This is the two-step. That's all they're dancing nowadays. The waltz is through. Catch on to it? 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Of course, they don't do it alone. Come on, Aunt Eller. Yes, sir, and that's about as far as she could go.
What you do now, Will?
This is a ragtime. Seen a couple fellas doing it on the street. Giddy up, fellas. Right up that one.
Go, Will! All right!
Kid. Right. Come on, fellas. That's it. Oh, yeah. And that's about as far as we can go.
Team's all hitched.
Hello, Curly. Can't stop to talk. I got $50.
Time we get going, boys. Thanks for loaning the wagon, Aunt Eller. Come on, girlie.
I'll catch up with you. Aunt Eller, I gotta know something. Who's the low, filthy sneak that Laura's got her cap set for?
You?
Besides that, there must be plenty of men trying to spark her, and she surely leans to one of them. Now, don't she?
Well, there's that fine farmer Chase Hutchkins, just beside of Lone Elm. And of course that old Wither man at Claremore makes up he's a doctor of veterinary.
That's just what I thought. Hello, Judd.
Hello yourself.
And then of course is someone a little near to home that's got her on his mind most of the time, till he don't know a plow from a thrashing machine.
Him?
Yeah, Judd Fry.
That bullet-colored growly man?
Now don't say nothing against him. He's the best hired hand I ever had. Just about runs this place all by himself. Well, two women couldn't do it. You ought to know that.
Well, Lord, take up with a man like that?
I ain't said she's took up with him.
Well, he's around all the time, ain't he? Lives here.
Out in the smokehouse.
I changed my mind about cleaning the hen house. I'm leaving it till tomorrow. Gotta quit early because I'm driving Lori to the party.
You're driving, Lori?
Asked her.
Well, wouldn't that just make you ball? Oh, don't forget, Aunt Eller. Me and you got a date tonight. And if you make up a nice box of lunch, maybe I'll bid for it.
How it going, Curly, in that rig you made up? A strand of them lots of winking like ladderbugs.
That there ain't no made-up rig. You hear? I hired it over to Claremore.
Larry, you did.
Sure did. Heard one too. When I come a calling for you tonight, right after supper, make sure that you got your beauty spots fed on to you proper so you don't lose them off, you hear? That's a right smart turnout. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With eyes and glass curtains, you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Oh, see you on the way back from the station tonight anyways. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinking that a kid to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Hey, Curly, tell all the girls in Bushy Head to stop by here and freshen up. It's a long way to Skidmore's. That means we'll have plenty of company. You better pack your lunch hamper.
Aunt Ella, don't go to Skidmore's with Curly tonight. If you do, I'll have to ride with Judd all alone.
Well, that's the way you wanted it, ain't it?
No, I only did it because Curly was so fresh. But I'm afraid to tell Judd I don't want to go with him, Aunt Ella. He'd do something terrible. He makes me shiver every time he gets close to me. Ever been to that old smokehouse where he's at?
Plenty of times, what?
Have you seen them pictures he's got tacked onto the wall?
Yeah, I see them, but don't you pay them no mind.
Something's wrong inside of here, Aunt Ella. I hook my door at night and fasten my windows against it. And the sound of feet walking up and down out there under that tree next to my room.
Laurie?
Mornings, when he comes for his breakfast, he looks at me out from under his eyebrows like something's in the brush somewheres. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
You're crazy. Young'un stopped acting like a chicken with its head cut off. Now, who do you reckon that is that drove up? Why, that old peddler, the one that sold that egg feeder.
He's got Ado Annie with him. Will Parker's Ado Annie.
Old peddler, you know what he told me? He told me that egg feeder would beat up eggs and wring out dish rags, and I don't know it all.
You, Ado Annie. Oh, hello, Aunt Ella.
How yourself? Hold your horses, peddler man. I want to talk to you.
Hello, Laurie. Hello. Will Parker's back from Kansas City, and he's looking for you.
Will Parker?
I didn't expect him to be back so soon. I can see that. Been riding a piece.
Peddler man's gonna take me to the box social. I got up sort of a tasty lunch.
Ado Annie, have you tuck up with that peddler man?
Well, not yet.
But you promised Will Parker, ain't you?
Well, not what you might say promise. I just told him maybe.
Don't you like him no more?
Well, of course I like him. There won't be nobody like Will.
Then what about this peddler man?
Well, never be nobody like him neither.
Well, which one do you like the best?
Whichever one I'm with, I guess.
Well, you're silly.
Oh, now you know, Laura, that a few years ago, the boys didn't pay me no mind. I was sort of scrawny and flat as a beanpole. Then I kind of rounded out a little bit, and now the boys act different toward me.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, nothing's wrong with it. Well, I like it. I like it so much that when a fella looks like he wants to kiss you, I just get all shaky from horn to hoof.
Well, I can't see what you're talking about.
Laura, don't you feel sorry for a fella when he looks like he wants to kiss you?
Well, you just can't go around kissing every man that asks you. Didn't anybody ever tell you that?
Yeah, they told me. It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss it back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't purty, what you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries, or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, sitting on the velveteen settee. And I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on his lap, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Kissing's my favorite food, with or without the mistletoe. I'm in a holiday mood. Other girls are coy and hard to catch, but other girls ain't having any fun. Every time I lose a wrestling match, I have a funny feeling that I won. Though I can feel the undertow, I never make a complaint till it's too late for restraint. Then when I want to, I can't. I can't say no.
It's like I told you, Lori. Just get sorry for them. I won't feel sorry for any man, no matter what.
Oh, I sure am feeling sorry for that poor Allie Hackham now. Look how Aunt Eller's cussing him out.
Allie Hackham, that's his name?
Yeah, he's Persian.
Now, you sure for certain you love him better than you love Will?
Well, I was sure. And then old Will has to come home, and as soon as you know, he'll start talking purty and change my mind back again.
But Will wants to marry you.
So does Allie Hackham.
Did he ask you?
Well, not directly, but see how we know is that he said this morning when I was driving in his buggy that he wanted to drive like this with me to the end of the world. Well, if we were only to ride as far as Caducee, that'd take to sundown, and then we'd have to spend the night together, and spending the night means he wants a wedding, don't it?
Not to a peddler, it don't.
All right, all right. If the egg beater don't work, I'll give you something just as good.
Just as good? It's gotta be 1,000,000,000 times better.
My, oh my, Miss Laurie, jippity crickets, how high you have grown up. Last time I come through here, you were tiny like a shrimp with freckles. Now look at you, a great, big, beautiful lady.
Quit it a bit of me. If you ain't had breakfast, go get yourself a green apple.
Now, Aunt Eller, just...
I ain't your Aunt Eller. Don't you call me Aunt Eller, you little wart. I'm mad at you.
Don't go and be mad at me. Ain't I said I'd get you a present? Something to wear.
Got things for to wear. Wouldn't have it. What is it?
Real silk, made in Persia.
What I want with an old Persian garter.
Yeah, they're pretty. With bows on them and all.
I'll try mine.
Hold out your foot.
Did you have any idea I was gonna let you slide that garter up my lip? Grab onto my petticoats, Lori.
Funny woman. Would be so much worse if I tried to take your garters off.
Yeah, because that'd make your stockings fall down.
Now give me the other one.
Oh, which one? Oh, you want to buy the other one to match?
What you mean, do I want to buy it?
I can let you have it for 50 cents, 4 bits.
Do you want me to get that egg beater and ram it down your windpipe?
All right, all right. Don't anybody want to buy something from me? How about you, Miss Laurie? You must be wanting something, a pretty young girl like you.
Me? Of course I want something. Want a buckle made out of shiny silver to fasten onto my shoes. Want a dress with lace. Want perfume. Want to be pretty. Want to smell like a honeysuckle vine.
Give her a cake of soap.
Want things I've heard of and never had before. A rubber-tired buggy, a cut-glass sugar bowl. Want things I can't tell you about. Not only things to look at and hold in your hand, but things to happen to you. Things so nice, if they ever did happen, your heart would quit beating and you'd fall down dead.
I have just the thing. The elixir of Egypt.
What's that?
It's a secret formula. Belonged to the Pharaoh's daughter.
Smelling salts.
Ah, but a special kind of smelling salts. Just read what it says on the label. Take a whiff of this and you will see everything clear. And that's what the Pharaoh's daughter used to do when she had a hard problem to decide, like what dress to wear to a party, what prince to marry, or even if she had to cut off somebody's head, she'd just take a whiff of this.
Ah, fiddlesticks.
I'll take a bottle of that, Mr. Peddler.
Precious stuff.
How much?
2 bits.
Throwing away your money.
Now, don't you want me to show you some pretty doodads? You know, with lace around the bottom and ribbons running in and out.
Well, I never wear that kind myself, but I sure do like to look at them.
Yeah, they're nice if you ain't gonna go no place.
Now take your trappings inside. Maybe I can find you something to eat and drink.
Well, ask him, why don't you? Allie Hackham, me and Laura have been having an argument.
About what, baby?
About what you meant when you said about driving with me to the end of the world?
Well, I didn't really mean to the end of the world.
Well, then how far do you want to go?
Oh, about as far as, say, Clattermore, to the hotel.
What's at the hotel?
Outside is the veranda. Inside is the lobby. Upstairs. Stairs might be paradise.
But I thought there was just bedrooms.
For you and me, baby, paradise.
I knew I was right and Laura was wrong. You do want to marry me, don't you?
Ah, Ado, Annie, what did you say?
I said, you do want to marry me, don't you? What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Yoo-hoo! Ain't no warning on back!
Oh, foot, Law, Will. That's Will Parker. Promise me you won't fight him.
Why fight with the man? I never saw him before. I only fight with my friends.
Ada Winnie, how's my honey bunch? How's the sweetest little 110 pounds of sugar this side of the territory?
Will, this is Allie Hackham.
How are you, Hack? Don't mind the way I talk. It's all right. I'm going to marry her.
Marry her? On purpose?
No such of a thing.
It's a wonderful thing to be married.
Oh, Allie.
I got a brother in Persia. He's got 6 wives.
6 wives all at once?
Well, sure. That's the way they do things in them there countries.
Not always. I got another brother. He's only got 1 wife. He's a bachelor.
Look, Will.
Look, Will, nothing. You know what I got for winning first prize at the fair? $50.
Well, that's nice, you know. $50?
Catch on? Your pa promised I could have you if I was ever worth $50.
That's right, he did.
And you know what I went and done with it? Spent it all on presents for you.
But if you spend it all on presents, you ain't got the cash.
Well, what I got is worth more in cash. The feller who sold me the stuff told me so.
But, Will,
Stop saying but will. Besides, when do I get a little old kiss? Oh, wait a Winnie, honey. You ain't been off my mind since I left. At the fairgrounds even, when I was racing steers, why, I'd rope one under the hoofs and pull him up sharp, and he'd land on his little rump, and then I'd think of you.
Oh, Will, please don't start talking purty. You know I can't bear it.
Won't stop talking this way till I get a little old kiss.
Oh, what's one little old kiss?
Well, nothing, unless it comes from you.
No, I won't.
Supposing that I said that your lips were like cherries or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Can't you feel my heart palpitating and a bumping, a-waiting for something nice from you? I need a little kiss and it's gotta be quick or I'll jump in the creek and die.
What's a girl to say when you talk that way?
take the wagon down to the trough and give the team some water.
Right away, Aunt Eller.
Can I come too? I just love to watch the way you handle horses.
That's about all I can handle, I guess.
Oh, I can't believe that about you, not from what I've heard.
Looks like Curly's took up with that Cummins girl.
What do I care about that?
Come on, Laura, admit it. You're hooked on that Curly feller.
Why should a woman who is healthy and strong love her like a baby if her man goes away, a weeping and a wailing how he's done her wrong? That's one thing you'll never hear me say. Never gonna think that the man I lose is the only man among men. I'll snap my fingers to show I don't care. I'll buy me a brand new dress to wear. I'll scrub my neck and I'll brush my hair and start all over again. Many new face will please my eye. Many new love will find me. Never have I once looked back to sigh over the romance behind me. Many a new day will dawn before I do. Many a light lad may kiss and fly. A kiss gone by is bygone. Never have I asked an August sky, where has last July gone? Never have I wandered through the rye, wondering where has some guy gone? Many a new day will dawn before I do. Many a new face will please my eye. Many a new love will find me. Never have I once looked back to sigh over the romance behind me. Many a new day will dawn before I do. Never have I chased the honeybee who carelessly cajoled me. Somebody else just as sweet as he cheered me and consoled me. Never have I wept into my teeth over the deal someone doled me. Many a new day will dawn. Many a red sun will set. Many a blue moon
sure am sorry to see you so happy. Because what I gotta tell you will make you miserable. I gotta marry Will.
That's sad news for me. Well, he is a fine fellow.
Oh, don't hide your feelings. I can't stand it. I'd rather you come right out and say that your heart is busted in two.
Are you sure you're going to marry Will?
Sure shooting.
And there's no chance for you to change your mind?
No chance.
Well then, my heart is busted in two.
Oh, you sure do make up pretty things to say.
Is that you, Annie?
Hello, Pa. What you been shooting?
Rabbits. That true when I hear about Will Parker getting $50?
Yeah, and he wants to hold you to your word.
Too bad. Still and all, I can't go back on my promise.
See?
I advise you get that money off before you lose it all. Put it in your stocking or inside your corset where he can't get at it. Or can he?
But, Pa, well, he ain't exactly kept it. Well, see, he spent it all on presents for me.
See what I tell you. Now it can't have you. I said it had to be $50 cash.
But, Mr. Carnes, is that fair?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, this is Allie Hackham.
Well, shut your trap, or I'll fill you behind so full of buckshot, you'll be walking around like a duck for the rest of your life.
Wait a second. If I don't have to marry Will, well, then maybe your heart don't have to be busted in two, like you said.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Are you making out my daughter to be a liar?
No, I'm just trying to make it clear what kind of a liar I am if she's telling the truth.
What else you been saying to my daughter?
Oh, an awful lot.
When?
Last night in the moonlight.
Where?
Alongside a haystack.
Listen, Mr. Carnes.
I'm listening. What else did you say to my daughter?
Oh, he called me his Persian kitten.
Why don't you call her that?
I don't remember.
Oh, I do. He said I was the one with the soft, round tail.
Now that's enough. In this part of the country, that better be a proposal of marriage.
Well, that's what I thought.
Is that what you think?
Look, Mr. Carnes.
I'm looking.
I'm no good. I'm a peddler. I travel up and down and all around, and you'd hardly ever see your daughter no more.
That's okay. Take care of her, son. Take care of my little rosebud.
Oh, Pa, that's purty. You sure for certain you can bear to let me go?
Are you sure, Mr. Carnes?
You just try to change my mind and see what happens to you.
Oh, isn't it wonderful about Pa making up our minds for us? Oh, and he won't change his mind either. Once you have me, you've got me.
I know I got you.
Mrs. Allie Hackham, the peddler's bride. Oh, wait till I tell the girls.
Hello, Lori. Just packing your hamper now.
I've been busy.
You got gooseberry tarts too? Wonder if they's as light as mine. Mine like to float away if you blew on them.
Well, I did blow onto one of mine, and it broke up into a million pieces.
Ain't she funny?
Gertie, I think it's time for you to come inside and cool off.
You coming inside with me, Curly?
Not just yet.
Well, don't be too long. And remember, when the auction starts, mine's the biggest hamper.
So that's that old Cummins girl I heard so much talk of.
You seen her before, ain't you?
Yeah, but not since she's gotten so old. I never did see anyone get so peaked looking in such short of a time.
Yeah, and she says she's only 18. I bet you she's 19.
Hey, what you got in your hamper?
That's just some old meat pies and apple jelly. Nothing like what Gertie Cummins has in her hamper.
Hey, Laura, you really gonna drive to the box social tonight with that Judd feller?
I reckon so. Why?
Nothing. It's just that everyone expects me to take you.
Well, then, it's just as well that you ain't. We don't want people talking about us, do we?
You think people really do talk about us?
Oh, you know how they are. Like a swarm of mud wasps, always having to be buzzing about something.
And what are they saying, that you're stuck on me?
Most of the talk is that you're stuck on me.
Can't imagine how these ugly rumors start.
Why do they think
to blame as much as I. Why do you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Granting your wish, I carved our initials on that tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't put your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will say we're in love. Don't you reckon you could tell that Judd fellow you'd rather go with me tonight?
Curly, I couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't, could you? Well, I think I'll go down to the smokehouse where Judd's at. See what's so elegant about him. Makes girls want to go to parties with him.
Curly,
What?
nothing. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes.
Like a hanky?
But what I want was to know, hanky.
You got a smudge on your cheek, just under your eye.
Well, open it, can't you?
Howdy.
What do you want?
Well, I done got through my business up here at the house. Just thought I'd pay a call. You got a gun, I see.
Good. Colt 45.
Well, what do you do with it?
Shoot things.
Now that there picture, that's a naked woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
Plump, stark, naked as a jaybird. No, she ain't. She got a couple of thingamabobs tied onto her.
Shucks, that ain't a thing to what I have here. Look at the top one.
Ah, I'll go blind. That'd give me ideas, that would.
That's a dinger, that is.
Yeah, that sure is a dinger. That's a good-looking rope you got here. You could hang yourself on that, Judd.
I could what?
Hang yourself. Ah, it'd be easy as falling off a log. Fact is, you could stand on a log, or a chair if you'd rather, right about here, see? Tie that there good up there first. Put this here around your neck, then all you'd have to do would be fall off the log, or the chair, whichever you'd rather fall off of. With good luck, 5 minutes or less, why, you'd be dead as a doornail.
What do you mean by that?
Then folks would come to your funeral and sing sad songs.
Yeah.
They would. You never know how many people like you till you're dead. You'd probably be all laid out in the parlor. You'd be all decked out in your best suit, your hair combed down slick, and a hot starch collar.
Would there be any flowers, do you think?
Well, sure would. And palms, too, all around your coffin. Then folks would gather around your coffin, and the men would bare their heads, and the women would sniffle softly. Well, some of them probably faint, The ones that took a shine to you while you was alive.
What woman have took a shine to me?
Lots of women. Only they don't never come right out and show you how they feel unless you die first.
Guess that's so.
Oh, they sure would sing loud. Though when the singing started, sing like their hearts would break. Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. All gather round his coffin now and cry. He had a heart of gold, and he wasn't very old. Oh, why did such a feller have to die? Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. He's looking oh so peaceful and serene.
And serene.
He's all laid out to rest with his hands across his chest. His fingernails have never been so clean. And then the preacher'd get up and he'd say, "Folks, we are gathered here to moan and groan over our brother Judd Fry, who hung himself up by a rope in the smokehouse." Then there'd be weeping and wailing from some of those women, of course. And then he'd say, "Judd was the most misunderstood man in the territory. People used to think he was a mean, ugly feller and called him a dirty skunk and an ornery pig stealer. But the folks that really knowed him know that beneath them two dirty shirts he always wore, there beat a heart as big as all outdoors."
As big as all outdoors.
Judd Fry loved his fellow man.
He loved his fellow man.
He loved the birds of the forest. He loved the beasts of the field. He loved the mice and the vermin in the barn. And he treated the rats like equals, which was right. And he loved all the little children. He loved everybody and everything in the world. Only he never let on, so nobody ever noted. Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. His friends will weep and wail for miles around.
Miles around.
The daisies in the dell will give up a different smell because poor Judd is underneath the ground.
Poor Judd is dead, a candle lights his head. He's laying in a coffin made of wood.
Wood.
And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. And now they know their friend is gone for good.
Good. Poor Judd is dead, a candle lights his head. He's looking oh so purty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep, but it's summer and we're running out of ice. Poor Judd, poor Judd. Yes, sir, it should be an interesting funeral. Wouldn't like to miss it.
Wouldn't like to miss it, eh? Maybe you will. Maybe you'll go first.
Maybe. Let's see now. Where'd you work at before you come here? Up by Quapo, wasn't it?
Yeah, and before that over by Tulsa. Lousy they was to me, both of them. Always making out like they was better. Treating me like dirt.
And what'd you do to get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one that I recollect. It just come into my head.
If it did ever come to getting even, I'd know how to do it.
That?
Oh, nah, there's safer ways than that. If you use your brains. Remember that farm, the Butler farm, over by Sweetwater?
Sure do. Out 5 years ago. Terrible accident. Burned up the father, mother, and daughter.
That weren't no accident. A feather told me the hired hand was stuck in the Bartlett girl and found her in a hayloft with another fella.
And it was him that burnt the place?
Took him weeks to get all the kerosene, buying it at different times. Fellow who told me made it out like it was in Missouri. But I knew the whole time that it was the Butler farm. What a liar he was.
Kind of a murderer, too. Get a little air in here.
You ain't told me what business you got down here. We got no cattle to sell, no cow ponies. The old crop is done spoke for.
Sure leave my mind considerable.
There's only one thing on this farm that you could want, and it better not be that.
But that's just what it is.
Better not be. You keep away from her, you hear, Curly?
You know, somebody ought to tell Laura what kind of a man you are. And for that matter, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
Better get out of here, Curly.
A fellow wouldn't feel very safe in here with you, Judd, if he didn't know you. But I know you, Judd. In this country, there's two things you can do if you're a man. Live outdoors is one, live in a hole is the other. I've set my horses in the brush and hit a rattlesnake many a time. Rattle, 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 he'd go, scared to death. Somebody coming close to his hole, somebody gonna step on him, get his old fangs ready, full of poison, curl up and wait. As long as you live in a hole, you're scared. You gotta have protection. You can have muscles, old like iron, and still be as weak as an empty bladder, unless you got something to barb your hide with. How'd you get to be the way you are anyway, staying here in this filthy hole? Well, why don't you do something healthy once in a while, instead of staying shut up here, crawling and festering? Oh! Ought to feel better now. Hard on the roof, though. I wish you'd let me show you something. There's a knothole over there about as big as a dime. See it a-winking? I just want to see if I can hit it. Bullet, right through the knothole. Without touching, didn't I? You saw it too, didn't you?
What was that?
Somebody's coming, I expect.
Who fired off a gun? Was that you, Curly? Don't just sit there, you let me answer when you're supposed to.
Well, I shot once.
What was you shooting at?
See that knothole over there?
I see lots of knotholes.
Well, it was one of them.
Well, ain't you up here heard of nothing, shooting away at knotholes and scaring everybody to death? Ought to give you a good Dutch rubbing on some of the craziness out of you. So all right, nobody hurt, just a pair of fool swapping noises.
Mind if I visit you, gents? It's good to get away from the women folk for a while. Now then, we're all by ourselves. I've got a few parties, private knickknacks for to show you, special for the men folk.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I gotta get a Surrey I hired for tonight.
Art postcards.
Who do you think you're taking in that Surrey?
Aunt Eller. And Laura, if she'll come with me.
She won't.
Well, maybe she will.
She promised to go with me. She better not change her mind. She better not.
Now, I want you to look at these. Straight from Paris.
I don't want none of them things now. Got any frog stabbers?
You mean one of them long knives? What would you want with a thing like that?
Oh, I don't know. Kill a hog or a skunk. It's all the same. I tell you what I like better than one of them frog stabbers, if you got one. Ever hear one of them things they call the Little Wonder? It's a thing you hold up to your eye to see pictures. That ain't all there is to it. Not quite. You see, there's a little jigger onto it, and when you touch it, out springs a sharp blade.
And a spring, eh?
You say to a fella, look through this. And when he's looking, you snap out the blade. It's just above his chest, and bam! Down you come.
A good joke to play on a friend. I don't handle things like this. Too dangerous. What I'd like to show you is my new stock of postcards.
Oh, I'm sick of them things. I'm gonna get me a real woman.
What would you want with a woman? Why, I'm having trouble right now on account of a woman. They always make trouble. And you say you want one? Why? Look at you. You're a man who is free to come and go as you please. You got a nice, cozy little place. Private. Nobody to bother you. Artistic pictures. They don't talk back to you.
Oh, I'm tired of these pictures of women.
So you're tired of them. You throw them away and you buy some new ones. What can you do when you get tired of a woman? Nothing. You just keep getting tireder and tireder.
I've made up my mind.
So you want a real woman, eh? Do you happen to know a girl by the name of Ado Annie?
I don't want her.
I don't want her either, but I got her.
I don't want nothing from no peddler. I want real things. What am I doing shut up here? Crawling and festering. What am I doing in this lousy
And to your house, a dark clubman. Now tell me my fortune. Girls, could you please go somewhere else and tell fortunes? I gotta be here by myself.
Look, she bought out old smelling salts the peddler tried to sell us.
It ain't smelling salts. It's gonna make up my mind for me. Look at me. Take a good whiff now.
That's the camphor.
Girls, please go away.
Hey, Lori, is it true you're letting Judd take you tonight instead of Curly?
I'll tell you when I think things out clearer. I'm beginning to see things clearer already.
I can tell you what you want, Lori. All of us know who you want, Lori. Out of your dreams and into his arms you long to fly. You don't need Egyptian smelling salts to tell you why. Out of your dreams and into the hush of falling shadows.
Wake up, it's time to start the party.
The cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push the plow, the other likes to chase a cow, but that's no reason why they can't be friends.
Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance to the farmers' daughters. Farmers dance to the ranchers' gals.
Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance to the farmers' daughters. Farmers dance to the ranchers' gals. I'd like to say a word for the farmer.
Well, say it.
He come out west and made a lot of changes.
He come out west and built a lot of fences.
And built them right across our cattle ranges.
Why aren't those dirt scratchers stay in Missouri where they belong?
Because right here, Daddy.
Gentlemen, shut up! The farmer is good and thrifty citizen.
He's thrifty, all right.
No matter what the cowman says or thinks.
You seldom see him drinking in a bar room.
Unless somebody else is buying drinks.
Farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer, the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow, but that's no reason why they can't be friends.
Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance to the farmers' daughters. Farmers dance to the ranchers' gals.
Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance to the farmers' daughters. Farmers dance to the ranchers' gals.
I'd like to say a word for the cowboy.
Oh, you would?
The road he treads is difficult and stony.
He rides 4 days on end with just a pony for a friend. I sure am feeling sorry for the pony.
The farmer should be sociable with the cowboy. If he rides by and asks for food and water.
Don't treat him like a rat, make him welcome in your house.
But be sure that you lock up your wife and daughter.
Oh, who needs an old farm woman
I
anyway?
noticed you married one so you could get a square meal.
You can't talk about our woman folks like that.
He can say what he wants.
Ain't nobody here gonna slug out anybody. This here's a party. Sing it, Andrew.
Dum-diddy-dum-dum-dum. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow. There's no reason why they can't be friends.
And when this territory is a state and joins a union just like all the others, the farmer and the cowman and the merchant must all behave themselves and act like brothers.
I'd like to teach you all a little saying and learn the words by heart the way you should. I don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be taking mine just as good.
I don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be getting mine just as good. Territory folks should stick together. Territory folks should all be friends. Cowboys dance to the farmers' daughters. Farmers dance to the ranchers' gals.
Come on, everybody, it's time to start the box social.
I'm so hungry I could eat a gate post.
Who's gonna be the auctioneer?
Aunt Eller.
Let one of the men be the auctioneer.
No, Aunt Eller, you're the best.
Ain't any old man auctioneer's as good as you.
All right then. Now you know the rules, gentlemen. You gotta bid the line. You ain't supposed to know what girl goes with what hamper. Cause if your sweetheart has told you that hers be done up in a certain kind of way with a certain color ribbon, that ain't my fault. Now we'll auction all the hampers on the other side of the house and work around back there. Follow me.
No good peddler man.
Hello, young fellow.
Oh, it's you.
I was just hoping to meet up with you. Seems like you and me ought to have a little talk.
We only got one thing to talk about. Well, Mr. Hackham, I hear you got yourself engaged to Ada Annie.
Well,
Nothing. I don't know what to call you. You ain't pretty enough for a skunk. You ain't skinny enough for a snake. You're too little to be a man and too big to be a mouse. I reckon you're a rat.
that's logical.
Just answer me one question. Do you really love her?
Well,
Because if I thought you didn't, well, I'd tie you up in this bag and throw you in the river. You serious about her?
yes, I'm serious.
And do you worship the ground she walks on like I do? You had better say yes.
Yes.
No, you do.
Yes.
And would you spend every penny in the world you had on her? That's what I did. See that bag? It's full of presents. All for her. Cost me $50. All I had in the world.
If you had that $50 cash,
Then I'd have Ada Annie, and you'd lose her.
yes, I'd lose her. Let's see what you got in here. Might want to buy something.
What did you want with that stuff?
I'm a peddler, ain't I? I buy and sell. Maybe pay you as much as, well, a lot. Ah, what a beautiful hot water bag. It looks French. It must have cost plenty. I'll give you $8 for it.
$8 for this? Well, that wouldn't really be honest. I only paid $3.50.
I said I'd give you $8 and I will. Say, that's a cracker jake.
Take your hands off that, mister. This was for our wedding night.
It don't fit you so good. I'll give you $22 for it.
But that's...
$22.50, not a cent more. Ah, what a beautiful ankle brace.
But that was for her to wear.
I didn't hardly think they was for you. Mighty dainty. Let's see. 15. 22 and 8 is 30, and 15 is 45, and 50 cents is 45.50.
$45.50? Well, say, that's almost... Well, that's... You want to buy some more?
Might.
Well, have you ever seen one of these things before?
What made you buy this? Got it in for somebody?
How do you mean? It's just funny pictures.
That's not all it is. It might be dangerous.
Where's everybody? Where's Aunt Ella?
Onto the other side of the house, Lori.
Laura, where'd you run to?
So how much you give me for this thing?
I don't handle things like this. I guess you don't know what it really is.
Well, sure I do. It's just a girl in pink tights. Either of you two seen Lori? She went to the other side of the house. Got an auction going on there.
Hey, Judd, here's one of them things you was looking for. The Little Wonder.
How much? Let's see, $45.50, and I need 50. So, let's see now. $3.50. A lot of money, but I got an idea it might be worth it. Let's see now. $3.50 from him, $45.50 from you. Well, let's see now. Hey, that makes $50, don't it?
Nope, you're $1 short.
Darn it, I must have figured wrong. Well, how much for the rest of the stuff in this bag?
$1.
Done. Now I got $50, don't I? And you know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna take Ada Lanny away from you.
You wouldn't do a thing like that to me.
Oh, wouldn't I? And when I tell Ada Lanny's pa who I got most of the money off of, maybe he'll change his mind about who's smart and who's dumb.
Say, young feller, you certainly buncoed me. Whose they are, I ain't got no idea.
Oh, well, the little one's mine, and the one next to it's Laurie's. Oh, Annie, you weren't supposed to tell.
Well, that's the end of that secret. Now what I'm gonna bid them for 8 Annie's hamper?
2 bits, 4 bits.
What'd you say, Slim? 6? Ain't nobody hungry no more? What about you, peddler man? 6 bits?
No.
Bid, 6 bits.
6 bits ain't enough for a lunch like 8 Annie can make. Let's hear $1. How about you, Mike? You won it last year.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, the Annie, got that same sweet potato pie like last year?
You bet.
Same old sweet potato pie, Mike. What'd you say?
I say it give me a 3-day bellyache.
Never mind about that. Who bids $1?
Bid. Mine's the last bid. I got her for 6 bits.
Bid $1.
90 cents.
90 cents. We're getting rich. Another desk for the schoolhouse. Do I hear more?
You hear $50.
$50? Nobody ever bid $50 before. Nobody ever bid 10.
He ain't got $50.
Oh, yes, I have. And if you're a man of honor, you gotta say that Ada Lanny belongs to me.
But where's your money?
Right here.
That ain't yours. You just bid it, didn't you? All for the schoolhouse. Still gotta say the peddler man gets my daughter's hand.
Now, wait a minute. That ain't fair.
Going for $50. Going.
$51. Oh, yeah? Well, 50... Wait a second. Wait a minute. If I don't bid no more, that means I can keep my money, can't I?
Sure can.
Then I still got $50. This is mine.
Going for $51. Going. That means Ada Lanny get the prize, I guess.
And I get Ada Lanny.
You feeble-minded chic poke. And what you getting for your $51?
A 3-day bellyache.
Now here's my niece's hamper. I took a peek inside a while ago, and I must say it looks mighty tasty. What do I hear, gents?
2 bits. 4 bits.
What'd you say, Slim? 6?
$1.
More like it. Do I hear 2?
$1.25.
$2.
$2.50.
$3.
And 2 bids.
$3 and 4 bits.
$4.
And 2 bids.
Got a bid. A 4 1/4 from Judd Fry. You gonna let me have it?
4 1/2.
4 1/2. Going for 4 1/2.
$4.75.
$4.75 ain't enough for a lunch like it ain't enough for cold duck stuffing and that lemon meringue pie.
$6.
$6. Going for $6.
Come on, then 2 bids.
My, you're a stubborn man, Judd. Mr. Cons is a richer man than you. And I know he loves custard with raspberry syrup. Ain't I gonna hear any more?
No, they all dropped out, can't you see?
You got enough, Aunt Elder.
Let's get on.
Here's the money.
Hold on, you. I ain't said going, gone yet.
Well, say it.
Going to Judd Fry for 6 1/4. Going.
Who'd you say was getting
Judd Fry!
How much?
6 1/4.
I don't figure that's quite enough. Do you?
It's more than you got.
got a saddle here. Cost me $30.
You can't beat saddles. You gotta bid cash.
$30 saddle must be worth something to somebody.
I'll give you 10.
Don't be a fool, boy. You can't earn a living without a saddle.
Got cash?
Right here in my pocket.
Sold. Don't let's waste time. How high you going?
Higher than you no matter what.
And Eller, I'm bidding all these $10 Tom just gave.
Go for $10! Only $10 and 2 bids.
Curly? Most of you boys know my horse, Dunn. She's a kind of nice horse, gentle and well broke.
Curly, don't sell Dunn. It ain't worth it.
I'll give you 25 for her.
I'll sell Dunn to you. That makes the bid 35, Aunt Eller.
Go for 35! Hold on, I ain't fish bidding yet. You just put up everything you got in the world, didn't you? You can't bid the clothes off your back, 'cause they ain't worth nothing. You can't bid your gun, 'cause you need that. Yes, sir, you need that bad. So, Aunt Ella, I'm just as reckless as Curly McLean, I guess. Just as good as getting us what I want. I'm gonna bid all I got in the world, all I saved for 2 years doing farm work, all for Lori. Here it is, $42.31.
No, not the gun, Curly.
Anybody want to buy a gun? You, Joe? Bought a brand new last Thanksgiving. Worth a lot.
I reckon I can give you $18 for it.
So, that makes the bid $53, Aunt Eller. Anybody going any higher?
Going for $53! Fine, go on!
Well, what's the matter with you folks? Ain't anybody gonna share nothing?
That's the idea. The farmer and the cowman should be friends. You lost the bid, but the bidding was fair. Now come on, cowman, shake the farmer's hand.
Sure, I'll shake hands with him. No hard feelings, Curly.
That's better.
Say, Curly, let me show you something. Excuse us, Laura. Ever see one of these things?
Just what is that?
Oh, something special. Yeah, you hold it up to your eye like that.
What you doing?
Doing? Nothing much. Well, why'd you squeal at a man like that, Bert? Scare the liver and the lights out of a feller.
Well, then stop looking at those old French pictures and ask me for a dance. You brought me to the party, didn't you?
All right, then, you silly old woman. I'll dance with you. Dance you all over the meadow, you like?
Pick out the bandages to pieces, Sam.
August 15th. Well, why the 15th? That was the very first day I was kissed.
Funny, I don't remember that.
Well, you wasn't there.
Now listen to me, Ada Winnie. Now that we're getting married, we gotta have a serious talk. You're gonna have to stop having fun. Well, I mean, with other fellers. You'll have to be a little more standoffish when fellers offer you a buggy ride.
I'll give an imitation of a crawfish and dig myself a hole where I can hide.
I heard how you were kicking up some capers while I was off in Kansas City, Mo. I heard some things you couldn't print in papers from fellers who've been talking like they know.
Foot, I only did the kind of thing I oughta, sorta. To you, I was as faithful as can be. For me, them stories about the way I lost my bloomers are rumors. A lot of tempest in a pot of tea.
The whole thing don't sound very good to me.
Well, you see,
I'll go and sell my last Waldo. I cut out all the shenanigans. I'll save my money, don't gamble or drink in the back room down at Flanagan's. I'll give up lots of other things a gentleman never mentions. But before I give up any more, I want to know your intentions. With me, it's all or nothing. Is it all or nothing with you? It can't be in between, it can't be now or then. No half and half romance will do. I'm a one-woman man. with slippers and pipe. Take me like I am or leave me be. And if you can't give me all, give me nothing. And nothing's what you'll get from me.
Not even something.
Nothing's what you'll get from me.
It can't be in between. It can't be now and then.
No half and half romance will do.
Would you build me a house all painted white, cute and clean and pretty and bright?
Big enough for two, but not for three.
Supposing that we should have a third one.
He better look a lot like me.
The spitting image.
He better look a lot like me.
With you, it's all or nothing. All for you and nothing for me. But if a wife is wise, she's got to realize that men like you are wild and free. So I ain't gonna fuss, ain't gonna frown. Have your fun, go out on the town. Stay up late and don't come home till 3. And go right off to sleep if you're sleepy. There's no use waiting up for me.
Oh, wait,
No use waiting up for me.
come on and kiss me.
Why are we stopping? I thought you wanted to dance.
I want to talk to you. What made you slap that whip on old Edie and nearly make her run away? What was your hurry?
Well, I was afraid we'd be late for the party.
You didn't want to be with me by yourself, not a minute more than you had to.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm with you alone now, ain't I?
You wouldn't have been if you could have got out of it. Mornings you stay hid up in your room, nights you sit in the front room and won't get out of Aunt Ella's sight. Last time I see you alone, it was when the snow was 6 inches deep in drifts when I was sick. You brought me that hot soup out to the smokehouse and give it to me and me in bed. I hadn't shaved in 2 days. You asked me if I had a fever, and you put your hand on my head to see.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, do you? I bet you don't remember as much as me. I remember everything you ever done, every word you ever said. I can't think of nothing else. See how it is? I ain't good enough, am I? I'm a hard hand. I got dirt on my hands, big slop. Ain't fitting to touch you. You're better. Yeah, so much better. Well, we'll see who's better, Miss Laura. Then you wish you weren't so free the way you are. You're such a fine lady.
Are you making threats to me? Are you saying if I don't stand here and lie to slobber over me like a hog, well, you're gonna do something about it? You're nothing but a mangy dog, and somebody ought to shoot you. You think so much about being a hard hand? Well, I got news for you that'll rest your brain, Mr. Judd. You ain't no hard hand for me no more. You can just pack up your duds and scoot. Oh, and I have better ideas than that. If you as much as set foot onto the pasture gate, why, I'll stick the dogs onto you.
Said your say. You brought it on yourself. You can't help it. You can't never rest. I told you the way it was, but you wouldn't listen.
Who's that?
me, Lori. Say, have you seen Ada Waney? She's gone again.
Will, can you do something for me? Go and find Curly and tell him I'm here. I gotta see him awful bad.
Then why don't you turn around and look, you crazy woman?
Curly!
Well, you found yours. I gotta go hunting for mine.
Now, what on earth is ailing the belle of Claremore? About gum if you ain't crying.
Curly, I'm afraid of my life.
Jumping toadstools. Great Lord.
Oh, don't leave me.
Great God Almighty.
Don't mind me crying, I can't help it.
Cry your eyes out.
I don't know what to do.
Here, I'll show you. That's about all man can stand in public. Whew, get away from me, you.
You don't like me, Curly?
Like you? My God, get away from me. Plumb away from me, I tell you. Now, Lauren, you sit over here where you are, and I'll stand over here, and you tell me what you want to do.
Well, Judd was here. He scared me. He's crazy. I never did see anybody like him before. He talked wild, and he threatened me. So I fired him. But I wish I hadn't, though. There's no telling what he'll do now.
You fired him? Well, then, that's all there is to it. Tomorrow, I'll get you a new hired hand. I'll even stand the place myself tonight. If you're worried about that hound dog, now quit your worrying, or I'll spank you. Hey, while I think of it, how about you marrying me?
Gracious, what I want to marry you for?
Well, couldn't you maybe think of a reason why you might?
None right now, hardly.
Laura, please, ma'am, will you marry me? I don't know what I'd do if you don't.
But, Curly, I'll marry you if you want me to.
Oh, I'll be the happiest man alive as soon as we're married. I gotta learn to be a farmer. I see that. We're thinking about throwing the rope, get my hands blistered a new way. Things is changing, right and left, buy up mowing machines, cut down the prairies, drag them plows under the sod. They're gonna make a state out of this territory. They're gonna put it in the Union. Country a changing, well, gotta change with it. Bring up a pair of boys, new stock for the way things is going in this here crazy country. Oh, I remember the first time I ever see you. It was at the fair, and he was riding that gray filly, a Blue Star. And I says to someone, now who's that skinny little thing with the fang hanging down on her forehead?
Yeah, I remember. You was riding broncs that day.
That's right.
And one of them threw me.
That's right. Did not throw me.
Guess you just jumped off then.
Sure, I jumped off. Hey, if there's anyone out there that can hear my voice, I'd like for them to know that Laura Williams is my girl.
Curly?
And she's went and got me to ask her to marry me.
Now, he all the way to Catoosie.
Let 'em. Let people say we're in love.
Who cares what happens now? Just keep your hand in mine. Your hand is a brand new
Starlight looks well on us. Let the stars beam from above. Who cares if they tell on us? Let people say we're in love.
I'll say goodbye here, baby.
But couldn't you at least stay to drink to Curly and Laurie?
No, it's time for the lonely gypsy to go back to the open road.
Wished I was going. Then you wouldn't be so lonely.
Look, Ada Annie, there's a man I know who loves you more than nothing ever loved nobody.
Here's Sally Hackham.
He's strong like an ox, young and handsome.
Oh, Will Parker. Oh, I like him all right.
Of course you do. You love those clear blue eyes of his and the way his mouth wrinkles up when he smiles.
Do you love him too?
I love him because he will make my Ada Annie happy. I'll show you how we say goodbye in my country.
Oh, that was a goodbye.
We've an old saying in my country, one goodbye is never enough.
Oh. Oh, hello, Will. just saying goodbye.
Will, I want to say goodbye to you, too.
No, you don't. I just saw the last one.
You were made for each other. Be good to her, Will, and you be good to him. You don't mind now. I'm a friend of the family.
Didn't you say you was going?
Yes, I must. Back to the open road, the lonely gypsy.
You ain't gonna think of that peddler man no more, are you?
Of course not. Never think of nobody unless he's with me.
Then I'm never gonna leave your side.
Well, even if you never leave my side or go on a trip or something, can't you one time give me one of them Persian goodbyes?
Persian goodbye? Why, that ain't nothing compared to the Oklahoma hello.
Hello, Will. Where's Adam? He's coming.
Well, Andrew, why aren't you back at the bar and getting drunk with me? Party before.
Scared all night. Should try to up and start from Curly.
Why, surprised and out there for 3 weeks.
He's back. Saw him at Claremore last night, drunk as a lord.
Let's have 3 cheers for the happy couple. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray!
Hey, Curly, was you scared when the preacher said that about you take this here woman?
I was scared he wouldn't say it.
It ain't too late. Starting as a farmer with a brand new wife.
Soon be living in a brand new state.
Brand new state, gonna treat you great.
Gonna give you barley, carrots, and potatoes.
Pasture for the cattle, spinach and tomatoes.
Flowers on the prairie where the June bugs in.
Plenty of air and plenty of room.
Plenty of room to swing a rope.
Plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wings, it sure smells sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oklahoma, every night, my honey lemon eye, sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky.
We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yeah, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, okay.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Oklahoma, where the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oklahoma, every night, my honey lemon eye. Every night we sit alone and talk and watch
You better hurry into that dress. We gotta get going in a minute.
You better hurry and pack your own dust. They're laying all over my floor.
Hey, Will, would you hitch up the team to the Surrey for me?
Sure will.
Gone upstairs.
What you gonna do, Pa? Keep Hurley and Laurie shivery? Oh, I wish you wouldn't.
Good old custom. It's never hurt anybody. You woman, just stay out of it.
It ain't gonna hurt, is it?
Just stop gabbing about it.
Seems like they times when men ain't got no need for women.
Yeah, but there's times when a man ain't got no. There's times when a woman ain't got no need for a man.
Yeah, but who wants to be dead? Gertie! Thought you was in Bushyhead. Just come from there. Too bad you missed Laurie's wedding. Been having one of my own. Lance, where is he? Is that him? That's him.
Hello, Ada Laney.
Did you see my ring, girls? How long you been married?
4 days. 4 days with that laugh should count like a golden wedding.
But if you married her, you must have wanted to.
Sure I wanted to. I wanted to marry her when I saw the moonlight shining on the barrel of her father's shotgun. I thought it would be better to be alive. Now I ain't so sure.
I decided Ollie ain't gonna travel around the country no more. He's gonna settle down in Bushyhead and run Papa's store. Oh, well, Gertie married a peddler man.
Mighty glad to hear that, peddler man. I think I ought to kiss the bride. Friend of the family, remember? Hey, Gertie, have you ever had an Oklahoma hello?
Hey, where are you going?
I'm gonna keep Ada Laney from killing your wife.
Mind your own business.
Come on down peaceable, Lord Sugar.
You too, you curly-headed cowboy. With the dimple on your chin. Come on, fellas, let's get him down.
Hey, Laura, here's a baby girl for you. And here's a baby boy. Here's twins.
Wedding party's still going on? Glad I ain't too late. Got a present for the groom. But first, I want to kiss the bride. And now here's my present for you.
What? Look, he fell on his own knife. Roll him over, somebody.
Don't touch him.
What's the matter?
Turn him over. He's breathing, ain't he?
What do we do? Ain't he all right?
Get away, some of you. Let me look at him.
Curly, is he?
Don't say anything.
Can't be that way.
I didn't mean to.
Can't be that way to happen to us.
Try to get him to a doctor, but I don't know.
Come on, some of you fellas help me carry him over to my rig. I'll drive him over to Dr. Tyler's.
Quick, I'm afraid it's too late.
I gotta see what can be done for him. Take care of her, Aunt Ellen.
Maybe it's better for you and Curly not to go away tonight.
It can't be that way when it happened to us when everything was so fine.
Oh, don't let your mind run on it, Laura.
I'll never forget it, ever.
That's all right, Laura, baby. If you can't forget, don't try to, honey. A lot of things happens to folks, like being hungry, poor, or being old and afraid to die. That's the way it is, cradle to grave. And you can stand it. There's one way. You gotta be hardy. You gotta be. You can't deserve the sweet and tender out of life unless you're tough.
I wish I was more like you.
No, fiddlesticks, scrawny and old. Ain't nobody gonna hire me the way I am.
Oh, what would I do without you? You're such a crazy.
Sure as you're born.
They're taking Judd over to Dave Towers till the morning.
Is he alive?
Lori, honey, Cordell, I'm here. He's a federal marshal, you know. And he thinks I ought to give myself up. Tonight, he thinks.
Tonight?
Why, your train leaves Claremore in 20 minutes.
Best thing for Curly to do is go off his own accord and tell the judge.
Why, you're a judge, aren't you, Andrew?
Yes, but I don't really
Well,
think...
then say it now and get it over with.
Can't do that. You have to do it in a court.
Well, let's do it here and say we did it in court.
Can't do that. That's breaking the law.
Well, let's not break the law. Let's just bend it a little bit.
Andrew, I gotta protest.
Oh, shut your trap. We're not gonna let you lock the boy up on his wedding night. Now, Curly, why'd you do it?
Why'd I do it? Because he's been pestering Laura, and I always said there's one...
Whoa, don't let your tongue wild around your mouth like that. Just listen to my question. Why'd you do it?
Oh, what? He came at me with a knife.
In the plea, self-defense, ain't it?
Why, yes, and furthermore...
Don't mind the furthermores. Now, is there a witness who saw this happen?
I've seen it.
Sure did. Self-defense, all right. Try to get him with a frog sticker.
Feel funny about it. Feel funny.
You'll feel funny when I tell your wife you're carrying on with another woman.
But I ain't carrying on with no other woman.
Maybe not, but you sure feel funny if I tell your wife you are.
Laugh all you want. There's a federal marshal.
Shut up about being a federal marshal. We're not gonna let you send this boy away to jail on his wedding night. We just ain't gonna let you, so shut up.
Come on, I haven't said the verdict yet.
Well, then say it.
The verdict's not guilty, ain't it?
Of course, but...
Not guilty.
Court's adjourned.
Ado, Annie, where on earth have you been?
Me and Will had a misunderstanding, but we worked it out fine.
Hey there, Brian Groom, you ready?
We're coming.